All right. I think we're live now. I know I had the time started or set for a little later. But I figured we'd just get started now. How's everybody doing out there? We're going to be playing, excuse me, we're going to be playing a little poker here while we wait for these ceremonial weigh-ins to get started. I checked the UFC, the Fight Pass app, and apparently they're starting at 1, so 1 o'clock my time. So like a little under 2 hours from now. So we'll be watching for that. Waiting for that. In the meantime, I'm going to be playing a little poker here. I've been going hard for like the last probably 3 or 4 days. I forget now. So hopefully I'm nice and warmed up, man. Just nice and set to get some good games in here for you guys. I see one person in the chat there. Say hello. Let me know who you are. I think I don't know if it's showing up, but I put the StreamYard in the chat as well, in case anybody wants to jump in here. Did you guys watch the weigh-ins this morning? I was gonna wake up for that and actually like just go on and see if anyone wanted to jump in and talk about it, but I didn't wake up in time. I woke up like at 9, and the weigh-ins were already over. Oh, it didn't pin. Okay, let's try that again. Well, whatever. We'll do that later. In the meantime, I guess we're gonna be doing a little poker how-to for all you out there. You can see this is my bankroll right now. I'm at 170 bucks. It's nothing to write home about. But I did start with like 50 bucks or something, like $55, $60. I ran it up to like 170 now. It's taken a little while, but the way I was doing it, I mean, I was just like cheesing this website because you can get like free money on this website every day. They give you like a little bit. It's not much. Like today I got 25 cents, I got 25 cents, 25, and then tomorrow I get 25. But it adds up, dude. If you just start doing this week by week, and they also give you sometimes they give you like deals where they'll give you like 30 bucks worth of like currency, poker currency. And this is real money. This is all real money. You can cash out. Like I could cash out this money right now if I wanted to. It's just this website uses they use sweepstakes laws to fucking to set up their illegal gambling site, and it's like a loophole, right? It's like a little workaround where where you could play for real money on this, and this is legal in the U.S., which is cool. But yeah, I've just been like taking advantage of like these bonuses they give you like maybe once or twice a month, and then I'll get this free money. They just give you like $1 after a week. And then sometimes even these get like crazy bonuses where I was getting like $2, $3, and then I was getting like 5. One of these days I got $5, and it was crazy. So I've just been doing that to run it up. Welcome to the two of you in the chat, by the way. Say hello. Don't be shy. Um, yeah, I've just been like wrecking this game, just getting this website, just getting free money out of it. Um, but now is the hard part. Now I'm actually playing for real. Like before, I would maybe play like just every so often and just like add to the bankroll a little bit. Add a buy-in, add $10 or so. No, I don't want to. See, I don't wanna be next to this guy because he's actually pretty good, and he just won, he just got a full house against pocket kings, which is pretty gnarly. I don't even know if I wanna be at the same table as this guy. I guess now I'm gonna kinda get into, like, what do they call it? What's that book I got? Game theory? Game theory optimal poker theory? I don't know. Um, what else could I say about global poker is what it's called. I guess I should start off by saying it. It was website I play poker on. It's called Global Poker, and they use loopholes and sweepstakes laws to keep themselves at bay. You know, keep the legal system at bay. Um, I was already on that one. It's pretty legit, man. It's pretty legit. If you guys are trying to find a spot to play some online poker in the U.S., or I mean, I don't know if you probably play anywhere. I want to say, but Global Poker is a pretty legit site. I mean, a lot of people like to say it's oh, it's rigged or the online is rigged. It always runs out, so the other guy wins. None of that shit's really true. That's just what people say because they don't win any money, you know. And I don't really win that much money either, but I don't lose a bunch. It's for the people that just lose it. You're right. It's just the people that lose all the time. They gotta like have a reason. As Yeah, they gotta have a reason as to why they're not winning, and it's always because the website's rigged. And I guess there's like some merit to that. I can understand why people would say that because you could actually do a little research, and you will find that there's websites that in the past have been compromised, whether it be by who knows who it could be. It could be people that work in the company. It could be the owners. It could just be it's not a secure website, and it's easy to cheat on it, to write code and use software. So there's people that forgot what they call it. I think they call it like God mode or something. It's like they talk about people having. It's kind of like in video games, right? Having God mode is like um, basically you can't be killed, right? You're like invincible, like it's a in Call of Duty or something, right? People just keep shooting you, you don't die, you just headshot them every time. That's kind of like similar thing here, where God mode would mean like I can see everyone's cards. I'm using software where I can see everyone's cards at all times. You could see like I guess all that's all you would need. I was about to say you could maybe see percentages of chances of you winning, but as long as you can see everyone's cards, you know if you're winning or if you're losing or if you have a shot at, at getting the better hand. So there's definitely been people that have done that on online poker sites. There might even be people that do it or have done it on this one. Who knows? Uh, the way I look at it is like if those people do exist, I mean, first of all, it's probably very rare that those guys are around because these websites obviously do try to hold some semblance of like integrity, and they can't just let people cheat on their sites. You know, it's going to make people like regular people that don't cheat, whether they're good or bad at the game, they're not going to want to play there. So obviously, like the people who run the site have a certain vested interest in maintaining like a fair, like a level playing field. I mean, I mean, it could be the owners are just getting even more money, you know, because they're cheating on it. But it's like I don't know. A lot of people aren't going to risk that. I don't think people are going to risk doing that. You know, you could go to. I mean, you go to jail. Pretty sure, depending. Um, but yeah, there's no. It's not rigged. Online poker's not rigged. I'll break it down for you guys right now. If you guys are like new to this, or if you guys are kind of like don't really know the deal. Um, Players are just way better on online for one, and it's there's a lot of things that go into that. It is, you get a lot more information is the biggest part, is, like, when you're sitting at a table, like, let's say I'm sitting here, or it doesn't I don't even have to be sitting there, I can just look at this, right? We can see exactly how much money everyone has in their stack. So when I'm making bets, when I'm, deciding whether I'm gonna call or fold, or if I'm gonna stick in a hand, stay in a hand, or stay out, a lot of it's gonna be dependent on how much money I put in and how much money other players have, and I'll go more into that, I suppose. Um, but it's a lot easier to know, okay, this guy's got $3.58 than it is like in live poker. It's like, okay, that guy's got maybe 250 bucks, maybe, like, who knows exactly. And it can get pretty, it gets complicated, but it's also simple because I mean, live poker, you're just going to be guessing, and everyone's kind of going to be guessing somewhat. You're going to look at people's stacks and try to see, okay, is it this much? Is it that much? Online, you know exactly how much everyone has. You fucking, the other thing too is, like, you're a lot of times you're just playing in your house, right? You're just playing in your living room or in your fucking kitchen or in your bedroom, so you're kind of more comfortable playing at um at home relative to playing live. It's a little bit more of a different game, and um and I don't, dude, the average player online is just better. So that's really the gist of it. It's not that there's cheaters or that the website cheats you to let the other guy, because it's like, who's the other guy? What if you're the other, to the other person, to these other players, you're the other guy. So if you win, so does that mean that it's cheating you? I mean, there's so many conspiracy theories. People think that, like, all these players are not real people. They're all bots. Um, which is totally possible, man. People probably write code. I don't know if you're here, Elo, but maybe you could fucking write code to create a program that would literally just play for you and make the right plays at all times, make the most optimal play. I mean, I guess that's possible. I don't know. I just assume that they have software that watches for that. I don't know. And at the end of the day, it's like, if that even is the case, the way I look at it is like, all right, that's just, whether it's a bot or not, I have no way to prove it. But I don't ever think that. I just think, okay, well, whatever, that player is better than me. It could be a bot. It could be a legit person who's better than me at the game. It doesn't matter. I just know that that person is very good. So I mean, you just kind of like avoid good players. When you're starting off in poker, you really got to be careful about what tables you sit down at and who's to your left and who's to your right. What I kind of do, like right now, even where I'm at, and I'm like not amazing, but I'm all right at poker. I just avoid the good players. That's like the best thing you could do, But once you get to a certain level, you definitely get a certain level of confidence where it's like, dude, I'll sit next to anyone, I'll sit anywhere. And I see other players that are like that, and then players that I know are good. Like puddle jumpers here is pretty good. Uh, I just kind of avoid these guys. I just avoid them. You know, it's like the name of the game is just, you want to kill, dude. You want to just kill the weak players. It just makes things a lot easier. I've been playing though for like the last 3 days now, and I've just been getting, like the first 2 days were kind of like, rocky, making bad plays, making trying to make crazy plays that just weren't smart in hindsight. But yesterday, I was like in the zone. It's such a good feeling in poker when you just know you're the best player, or not even necessarily the best player, but you're playing the best and you're just getting the best hands, and you just feel the power. You can sense it, and I was feeling it yesterday. Um, we're gonna try to get back to that same spot today, and it's really about just getting in the zone. Um, welcome to whoever else just joined. I see we got 5 people in here. Um, I'm just playing some poker. If you guys want to watch, if you guys feel like learning a little bit more about poker, seeing what's going on. I'm definitely not like this fucking high earner expert, but I probably know like a lot more than the average person. Um, so if you want to learn a little poker, see what's going on with it, maybe it's piqued your interest in the past. It's very similar to I know most people here are MMA guys. I'm sure most of us here do a little betting. Poker, it's not at all unlike um, betting on MMA. And that's something that I mean, I've been playing poker for years, and that's something that I noticed right away is that it's a lot of the concepts are similar. It's probability, it's just statistical analysis and odds. It goes hand in hand, really. It's like if you're competent at one or the other, you can. I mean, I would say it might be poker might be easier. Who knows? Um, I've definitely had a lot more success in poker than I have gambling. But it's very similar. It's just it's you're going to battle, But it's what can I say about it? See if I can. I really want to find a table to get into so that way we can really start talking strategy and kind of get show you guys how simple of a game it is. It really is a it's simple, it's complicated, it's yeah, my mic keeps shutting off. I don't know why it's doing that. Can you guys hear me, by the way? If anyone, can I get like a mic check? Let me know what my mic sounds like. Because I know the last time I was doing this, I think I was having some audio issues. Maybe if anyone's out there, let me know. I'm gonna plug this cable in. Hopefully that'll keep our audio nice and good. So yeah, so what's going on with these weigh-ins? Did you guys watch the weigh-ins earlier? Dude, my internet must be shitting itself right now. I'm gonna try a couple things. All right, what did that do? Are we even live? Let's take a look. All right, yeah, we're live. I think we're good. Um, yeah, let me get a sound check. Yeah, can I get a sound check? I see two people in the chat. Can somebody let me know if I'm coming in clear here? Damn, nothing. All right, four people in the chat. Four people. Let me get one person. Let me get a mic check. Let me get a mic check just to verify that um I'm coming in all right. Great. So I'm still looking for like a table. This is one thing about poker is I guess for like the novices out there like myself, you don't want to just jump into the first table, the first seat that you see unless it's like a good one. You really wanna see, like, this seat right here, you do not wanna sit here because look who's gonna be to your left. It's this NC Wildcat guy, and I got him marked gold, as you can see here. Like, the best players that I come across on, at these stakes, I mark gold because it's just like a scale, you know? Like, this is, like, the lower scale. Like, if it's a bad player, I fucking mark him red. If he's okay, is blue, and then green is, like, decent regs, and then this, like, violet and, and gold is reserved for the best players, and it's very easy to tell who the best players are. Generally speaking, it's gonna be the guys with the most money in front of them, right? Because this table is it's 510 blinds, and the max bind is $10. So it's like this guy bought it for $10 too, but now he's sitting at $39. So it's like this guy's just fucking busting people, just felting motherfuckers and stacking everybody. And he's at $40. So that's a guy. This is a guy that I avoid. I'm definitely not going to sit to his left. If I can sit with the where you want to sit relative to like the biggest stacks, you actually want to be directly across from them. So in this guy's case, I would want to be over here where this Shobani guy's at with this $8, $7 there, $8. You want to be as far away as possible, and like one other way to demonstrate that is like let's say I was sitting in this table where this Rick Ross guy is at. I would want Wildcat to be across from me here because that means he's the furthest away. It means means he's away from me. It means other people got to make their decisions before him, and these guys got to make their calls right after him, right? So that means this guy's gonna have certain advantage. Like this guy here, I guess I'll just say a Wildcat. He's gonna have certain advantages over Stone V here, and even six bet folding. There's gonna be instances where this guy's in danger because he's acting right after this Wildcat guy, and he's a good player. So ideally, you would want to be to the left of the big stack. Uh, but even there, this is all math, right? This is all like stuff that people have figured out. So this stuff I'm telling you guys is like, this isn't shit that I figured out on my own. This is shit that the pros have written books about, and they've told us, right? They've told me. So like, mathematically, your best way to like combat a guy like this with a big stack is either don't even play with this guy, don't even play at this table, or be as far away as you can from him, which would be directly across, right? Because it's 1, 2, 3 turns to him, and then it's 1, 2, 3 turns to you. And if you do, I guess I will say, if you are going to be next to the biggest stack, or if you're going to be at a table with a lot of big stacks, mathematically, your actual best bet, your best option. See, this guy just keeps winning hands. Your best option it would actually be to be a very short stack. That's how you counter the big stacks is to have a small stack, and the reason behind that is this thing called I don't even remember the term anymore. There's just there's certain rules of poker, right? There's laws of poker law that you must abide by if you're going to be a successful poker player. And one of those is there's a 10% rule, and I guess I'll just go and say that one first. Where like, let's say if like let's say I'm this guy with a big stack, and I'm playing, well, whatever, I'm playing six bet. This guy to his left. The way it works is just by general rules. If you're in for 10% of a smaller stack, like if you have, like if this guy's stack is $12, if you're in into a hand for roughly well $1.20 or more, like let's say it's $1.50, since you're already in for 10% of the smallest stack. And if your stack is smaller, then it's 10% of your stack. You don't want to fold. So if I had this $42 stack and someone here gets me in for about $2, it's like those are hands you shouldn't fold. And what ends up happening with that kind of style of play is it really starts to influence what kind of hands you play. Because if you're going to be in for like a few, I mean, really this guy can play a lot of like a wider range, but there's going to be other instances where let's say this guy's only got $4, like let's say it's a short stack. If this guy only had $4 in his stack, it would mean that if anything over 40 cents would mean that I'm not getting out of the hand. I should stay into it. Sometimes you won't, and you'll know because it's just you'll learn from losing money, or just you'll just be able to see, okay, I don't have a hand. There's no point in continuing here. So it's not like every time you're in for 10%, you're gonna just stay with it. But it's just general rules. You don't you and it kind of keeps you honest. It means you got to play good hands, right? So that's like a 10% rule. There's also a one thirds rule. So if you're in for a third of the smallest stack, again, it's like it's just another little stop, another little like place for you to make your decisions. Like, okay, if I'm in for 10% now and I call this, I'm in for a third of that guy's stack. Well, then I definitely shouldn't fold. So again, it's gonna just kind of dictate um, how you play the hand and what hands you play and when you con, when you fold, and then what you're going to do after that. But even still, with even sometimes when you got a third of someone's stack, let's say this guy's got $10 and you're in for fucking four. Sometimes you will fold because it's just the most logical, mathematically sound thing to do. So it gets pretty deep. I gotta take a piss really quick, so just give me like a minute, real quick, guys. Be right back. All right, I'm back. What's going on? Let me hear you if you're in the chat. Let me get some fucking emojis in the chat. Let me see if there's anybody actually like fucking watching along here. What's going on, people? We're still looking for a fucking for a seat to sit at here. It's been going on for 28 minutes now. So just to give you guys an example. I think I did this last time. It's like just finding out which table to sit at can take some time. You don't want to just go in all willy nilly sitting at any seat. It's gonna be bad for you. Like, see this seat right here, not the best spot because you're right next to a bigger stack. You don't want to do that. He's got you covered. If this guy's got a hand, he can always eat you. You can never eat all of him, right? He can go in for $10, no problem, and that's all of your money. Um, and then I got this guy over here, the realist. He's a good player. I don't want to be to the right of that guy because it's very very important reason why you're at a disadvantage to every player to your left, especially the one directly to your left, because whenever you make a move, they always are going to be able to make a move after you, right? Because um, like the turns, right? Your turns go clockwise here. It goes this way. So as you go, like this guy just checked, and now he gets to go. And the thing with poker, um, is the biggest advantage you can have is having like this dealer chip either in front of you or to your left. Like in this guy's case, if you go clockwise, right? If you keep going one, two, three, four, five, okay, that means the dealer chip is basically his. And the whole significant thing of the dealer chip is that post flop, like once we get the 3 cards here, this is called the flop. This guy gets to go last after every set of bets, right? So like right now, this guy gets to go last, and this guy checked to him again. You see, so a lot of times when you're in this position, you're going to be playing a lot more. You're going to be checking a lot more. This guy just folded, but basically, here's how it works. I'll give you guys this example. I've heard this one from a lot of pros. Like the dealer button is so valuable that if you were to like play, let's say you were to play against a professional poker player, or if you were to play against like me and you got to go after, you got to see what I was thinking after every hand. You know, I go first and then you go, you get the dealer chip indefinitely. You would win over time. You would do better than me, even though, I mean, unless you really suck or I just really outplay you, but over a long period of time, you would you would outplay me. You would win more of my money than I would win your money, because you would always be able to see what I do first. You can always react last to me. And I would constantly be having to defer to you because of that. This just goes back into just the same thing. It's poker theory. It's just the logic and the, like, the soundness of the game, the way it plays out. A lot of people are going to be checking to you a lot when you have the button. So this is like, it's a superpower, dude. Having the button. This is where you want to play like your best hands. You want to play your worst hands. Um, you want to be making plays with the dealer button, and it's gonna, you're gonna win like you actually win, I think, the most of your money, like on with when the button's here, or it's to your left, like this guy to his left. You're still very close to the button. You want to be close to this button. It doesn't mean you can't win money um when it's further away from you, or if you're like here, like this is gonna be the small blind, this is the big blind, but you're gonna win less. And this is just what all the pros have the same statistics for the most part, where they win less money out of these like I'll say it here, out of these positions, they win less money, and you win more money playing in these. So I'll try not to overload anyone with any info if you guys are actually like absorbing any of this. See, this might be a good spot. I don't think this guy's any good, or maybe he is. Who knows? We're gonna take this seat just so we can get in the fucking game already. And I'm across from him as well. Just whatever precautionary. I could have sat here or here. This would have been a good spot. This guy already took it. Yo, Ayo, KO. And this other dude left. Okay, so you know what I'm gonna do here? Hopefully this guy raises. Okay, and then fold. I'm gonna leave this table, join back, and then I'm gonna take this seat here. You see how I did that? Nice, right? So now we got a full table. We got a big stack, 9. All right, so this is good. This is a good little setup here. And it took me, let me check. It took me 34 minutes, just under 34 minutes to even find my seat where I'm gonna fucking hopefully double up or quadruple up here. So this is kind of how it goes sometimes. But you know what? At the end of the day, dude, right? At the end of the day, we got what we wanted here. We got a little short stack, and I've seen this guy before. I don't think he's that great. Guys that play with shorts, I've never seen him before. First of all, I've been playing on global poker for like half a decade now, I think. Long time. Long time. And I don't know who the fuck this guy is. Who the fuck is this guy? But there's so many other guys. I know who they are. I've had them marked for years. I've played with them for years. So you kind of know who the decent players are. I don't think this is one of them. And these guys, I don't know how smart they are, because see, here's another thing. These guys just decided to put their blinds in now, which is like a symptom. It doesn't. It's not a fucking indictment. But guys that do that are not smart. And then now we got this is a weird spot, see, because right here, what I should be doing is I could maybe just call. Actually, I think the right play is just calling. I wanted to raise that. Um, I don't know if that was the most mathematically, and now I'm gonna fucking just, you know, I don't know. I don't even know where I'm at now. This is a big thing in poker. Is like you got to figure out where are you on the rankings list. If this was a 10, that would have been great. And because we're I would have two pair obviously, right? I got an ace. I got ace 10, which is fine. But I could be out kicked. We don't know. But we do have to call. Because we do have a 10 or we do have an ace. We got a blocker. So right here where we're at, we're basically calling any bet. I'm gonna check because I'm out of position. You should just generally check. And this guy did show aggression last round. This is dangerous though. So I think we're beat a lot of the time here. I have to call though because of the stuff I was saying earlier. And yeah, see the motherfucker got it on the last. He got very lucky there. He got very lucky. He had a queen jack. I had him fucking dead to rights. And the only cards I would save him were two queens, and there was three more jacks out there. So he had that's 5 times 2. He had a fucking 10% chance of getting there on that last card, and he did. And it's too bad. We were 90%. You know, before that we were 90%. We kind of had to call. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure in that spot you have to call anyways. Just not calling will just cost you money in the long run. Generally, I mean, ideally, I just fold there because I was fucked, obviously. But this is just kind of the way kind of poker sort of works. It's like sometimes you're gonna make calls and you're gonna lose, and you just got to be able to handle it. It's just part of the game. So right now, I mean, we're down to 660. Generally, I feel like you should be topping up here just fully. I'm gonna just take these extra 33 cents. It's three blinds, three big blinds. So I'm just gonna take that extra. I'm at about $7. It's not bad. I think the real like the professional move to make here is actually to just buy back in for $10 here and just let's just go because it's gonna maximize your winning potential. Scooby 2, I see you there. You said who do you got this weekend, Jihad? Who do I got in what? The main event? Just in general? I mean, I got everyone. I got one side of every fight on Tapology. I got one side of a lot of fights on Bovada as well. So, I mean, I actually got in pretty early. I've been wanting to do like some tape study stuff on here. I don't know how fucking if we're gonna get copyright for that. We just got another copyright strike yesterday. Some shit. Um, but I got in early on the I got on my bets in like almost 2 weeks ago, like 2 Sundays ago or whatever. So I just been chilling. I mean, I got like I was able to get Volkanovski, Peter Yan, and Hamza at like plus money, which is pretty legit. So those are a few plays that I'm taking. I'm taking Volkanovski. Yeah, dude, I don't think fucking what's his name? Korean Zombie. I don't think Korean Zombie is like just on the level, dude. I mean, you do the math. It's like he's only in there because Max pulled out. He lost. He's lost to like Ortega, who got decimated. I mean, obviously you could say like he almost submitted um Volkanovski, but the guy like the fight should have been stopped like in the third round. It should have been stopped. Every fight? Yeah, okay. Um, it should have been stopped in the fucking 3rd round, the 4th round, maybe the 5th, I don't know. I mean, it should have been stopped when they fucking picked that guy up off the floor to go take him to his fuck, what happened? This guy just won again. Yeah, they should have stopped that fight, when they picked him up. That's, like, against the rules, actually. Like, if a guy needs to be helped up to, like, be taken to a stool, it's like, you're not allowed to. They're supposed to get up under their own weight, and if for some reason they can't, I mean, I don't need to look exactly what the rules say, what the ruling says. The rulings say, but like, they're not supposed to help them up. It's like that could be considered like a KO or something, or just cheating, dude. And the same thing happened in You guys remember the first, or well, not the first, but the only the Weili Zhang and Jacek, Joanna Champion fight. Um, that one round, I think it was like the second round or something. Fucking Whaley gets headbutted like really bad. She gets fucking head. She gets the shit fucking just rocked out of her, headbutted, right? And they pick her up and carry her over to her fucking stool, and it's like it's against the rules. You can't help. You're not supposed to help them up. Like the fighters can help each other up, I'm pretty sure, but like the ref isn't supposed to help anyone up. You're not supposed. If you're the corner man, you're not supposed to go and help people up. So yeah, it's like if you do that, you should be I mean, pretty sure like it's a fucking KO. It's like the guy's supposed to move under his own power. If he can't do that, then shouldn't the fight be over? So yeah, it's like we saw what, oh, here we go. We got a good hand. We saw what Ortega did uh to Korean Zombie, right? We all saw that bastard. This guy had pocket tens, and this guy doesn't. This guy sucks too. Uh, mark that guy. Yeah, we saw what Ortega did, right? And it's like completely outclassed him. Completely outclassed him. We got pocket queens here, and it's like it's gonna be the same thing here. It's like Volkanovski outclassed Ortega, and okay, you call this MMA math, but I'm not even I wouldn't even call it MMA math necessarily. Now we got trip queens. Since we're the pre-flop raiser, we're gonna bet here. Bet 50 cents. Hopefully somebody calls. Should have checked maybe. Um, so where was I? MMA math. You call it MMA math. Say it's like that's not how you can't do it. You can't like analyze that way. I think you can. I think when you're analyzing, it's really just grand scheme of things. It's skill levels of fighters, and it's like there's all these tiers. There is levels to this shit. There really is. And I mean, um, Korean Zombie is on a certain level. He's like on a very high level. He's a great fighter. Look at what he did to Moicano. Moicano's pretty good, and he just like knocked him out like with one punch, put him down. And then I mean, he was beating um Yair, right? He was beating him until he gets knocked out, and Yair like was putting it on Max Holloway himself. That was like it was a pretty close fight, pretty back and forth fight. Like Yair had his moments. Um, but yeah, Korean Zombie is like he's pretty good, right? And he completely got outclassed by Ortega. But then Ortega, who's great himself, almost choked out Volk, but almost got killed by him too. Almost got like beaten to death. And then the same thing happened in the Max Holloway fight. It's like these guys are levels above. So it's like Volkanovski. is on the same. It really is on a very similar level to. Um, I mean, this is like if you go look at Elo ratings. If you look at MMA Elo, you guys know who he is. You guys look at his stuff, his stats. Like Max Holloway and Volkanovski have like almost identical Elo ratings. They're literally like right on one. It's like 1A, 1B. Pick a guy, right? And obviously they showed in their fights because look how close their fights were. People think Max won both, or he won the second one, or he didn't win either. But they were still very close fights, right? And that just goes to show you that those guys are on a certain level where they're beating um, they're beating guys like Yair, they're beating guys like Ortega, um, and Ortega himself and Yair, I suppose as well. He beat Korean Zombie. It's like, okay, well, it's like clearly these guys are like tier one, top tier, and then you go to second tier. It's guys like Ortega. It's guys like even Korean Zombie to a degree. Yair for sure. Those are like those tier two guys, and it makes sense. I mean, look at the rankings. You get shit on the rankings, but it's like it all kind of plays out. Damn, everyone called. Um, well, it's the same thing. I think it's going to be. Yeah, it's like those guys. Okay, so it's like Volk and Max are at the top, and then it's like Ortega and Yair, and I think Korean Zombie is just like one level beneath that. He's just one level beneath that, and it's gonna really just lead to, I think, him just getting completely. I mean, probably knocked out by Volkanovski. He's just not going to be. He's just not enough on the level. He's a late replacement, or I guess not that late, but probably shouldn't be in that fight. You know what I mean? He probably didn't even earn. He probably hasn't earned it, and it probably isn't on the level to really compete there. I mean, obviously, if you're Korean Zombie, you're going to take that fight. He's the guy who's going to take it, and he's going to try to win. But I just don't. I just don't see it happening. I just don't see it happening. He's not like if you look at ELO ratings, basically the way ELO ratings work. I mean, you guys know ELO. It's this program he made, ranking system he's created where it gives everyone like an aggregate score based on effectively it's like how good you are, because really what a ELO rating is a representation of how good fighters are that you fought. Uh, but then it's like their ELO ratings are just representations of who they've fought. So it's like whose ELO rating is their own, Like in a sense, it really is a rating of how good you are as a result, right? Because it's like if you beat these guys with high ELO rate, if you have a high ELO rating and you beat guys with high ones, or you beat them to get to that high one, it means that you're also somewhere on that level as those guys. So Volkanovski's ELO rating is like I could pull it up to get the exact, but it's something like 2,000. It's a little over 2,000, which is very high, I might add. Like Khabib's is like 2,100 to give you guys like a little frame of reference. Let me pull up. I'm actually trying to pull it up right now. I want to pull up the card. Be right. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Uh, so yeah, Volkanovski's is 2,029. That's his exact ELO rating. Chang Sung Jung's, or also known as the Korean Zombie, his is 1759. So it's 270 points lower, which is, you guys don't know what any of this means. Fighters with higher ELO ratings usually beat fighters with lower ELO ratings. It's not definitive, but generally speaking, the lower elo rating fighter loses, and the lower your elo rating is relative to the other guy, it's kind of like whatever. You're just more likely to lose. So if your elo rating was like 1,000, you're fighting a guy who's 2,000. It's like 95% of the time you're gonna lose that fight, and the higher elo is gonna win. And it just gets more extreme the bigger, but and less extreme the smaller. Like if it's like a 50-point difference, the lower elo rating guy could definitely win. I know. I know that in the Volkov fight versus Tom Aspinall, like Aspinall had like a way lower elo rating. It was a good deal lower. I could actually pull that up. So definitely not foolproof. I got a great hand here again. So let's pull up real quick. But yeah, it was like a 200-point difference. Volkov had a 200-point higher elo, and and still lost. I think we just pull that here, whatever. All right, we won a fucking hand. Um, so where was I here? I can actually share the screen, I think. Yeah, so like here. You can see here Volkanovski's 2000. This is just probably confusing, but just focus on the ELO rating here on the left next to the names. Um, that ELO system sounds like it gets more accurate. Yeah, man. I mean, it's. I guess ELO's been working on it for like years now, but he's been doing a lot of tweaking over the last month or so. He fucking lost like almost everything, dude. I mean, not everything because he started off with like $300 and worked it up to like 20 grand or more. And then he lost everything, but he still had 5 grand stashed away that he like injected back into his bankroll. So he still had 5 grand, and he did a ton of tweaking. He was saying he was staying up like till like 8 in the morning, 10 in the morning for a few. Like he's super dedicated, so he was just messing with it and trying to accuratize it and tweak it out, whatever. And I mean, go look at his Instagram. He's back. You know, he's back. So it's definitely it seemed like he made it worse, dude. It felt like he made it worse, and maybe he just like undid everything or whatever, dude. But now, yeah, I mean, I don't know what his I guess I'd have to check. I don't even know if he has it listed, but his I don't know what his bankroll's at. I mean, he just went up 9 grand the other day or last weekend or something. So, it's pretty accurate stuff. It's pretty useful tools. I'm fortunate enough to have access to. One sec here. Let me call this one. So yeah, Korean Zombie probably shouldn't even be fighting. Um, Volkanovski, especially. I mean, dude, Volkanovski is he's in his prime right now, man. He's in his peak. This is like the best he's gonna be. It's like Volkanovski, dude, or I mean, Korean Zombie. He's just got a lot of mileage. He's just like a much older guy. Um, I don't think he gets, and he's been knocked out before too. He's been knocked out. Like oh, I think I have to call. Oh fuck, but I'm fucked. I only have 9 to 18%. Got a call. Didn't get there. All right. That's fine. Oh, I just left and had aces. Can we get back in there? Yes, we can. Hang on, my guy. Let me redeem myself here. Nothing. All right. Oh, I wanna. No, we're good here. We'll just buy in. Okay, so what'd you say here? You said it probably struggles with guys like Aspinall. Yes, it does. See, you must know a good deal about the Elo deal. Huh. You must know a little bit, right? One thing that actually, I guess this is the nature of like Elo rating systems in general. Um, but the way they work is fighters that have their Elo ratings are skewed. I'll say it this way: they're skewed. Um, or biased, I suppose. I don't know. Guys that have a lot of fights, their ELO ratings will sort of like inflate. There'll be like a rate of inflation, and this happens over time with ELO ratings. But as you get more fights, your ELO rating will be. A lot of times, it'll kind of be higher than maybe what your actual skill level is. I don't know if I'm describing that the most accurate way, but it'll just keep going higher with more fights and with fighting. Like generally, you're going to be fighting higher quality opponents, and I don't know all the mechanics of it, but yeah, having a ton of fights will make your elo rating kind of get a lot higher than guys that have just more of like an average amount of fights. Or yeah, like you said, guys with not a lot of fights, like Volkov or like uh like Aspinall. And then Volkov's got like 50 fights or something, you know. So there's going to be a skew there to I don't know, keep in mind. And yeah, it's like it's one of those things, man. It's like there's the same thing with Cyril Gahn in a way. It's like guys that kind of have elo ratings are substantially lower than their opponents. It's like sometimes you really got to do like make executive calls, right? Because uh like I can show you one other instance here really quick. But if you look at where is it? Where is it? Gilbert Burns. Look at Gilbert Burns' ELO rating. It's 1915, and Hamzat's is 1756. So it's like 100 and I mean, what is that? 160 or so, roughly. It's like 160 point difference, and it's like right here, dude. Hamzat is probably gonna win, even though he's got such a lower ELO rating. He's got a lot fewer fights, and I mean Gilbert Burns has uh 15, 16, 21. Um, He's like 20, 25 fights, I think. And then Hamzat's only at 11, right? So it's hold that. This is one where it's like Hamzat's gonna win, right? He's probably gonna win, but he's got the lower ELO rating. So those are like the exceptions, you know. But then when you get guys the main event with Korean Zombie and Volkanovski, it's like yeah, there's a big discrepancy, just like in the Gilbert Burns fight. But in this instance, it's like um, they're on similar levels in terms of fights, in terms of age, in terms of all that, and still you have Volkanovski way above him in the skill rating area, you know, the ELO rating area. So there you go. Said I wonder how ELO figures in when you fought You fought someone beating Aldo 5 years ago should be more valuable than beating him now. Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, Aldo from 5 years ago is definitely a. I mean, obviously he was a better fighter back then, just because he was younger. He's had less mileage on him. Um, I mean, I suppose the value's there still. Like, yeah, that's one of the things that happens with. I think that's part of the reason why like having more fights might skew your rating. Because let's say like you were to beat Jose Aldo, I guess I could check where he's at. Rankings. Trying to do two things at once here. So let's see where Aldo's at on here right now. Aldo is, yeah. So right now he's fourth in the bantamweight division by ELO ratings, and yeah, he's like ahead of Leon Edwards. I mean, it's like he's still a good fighter. He's still a pretty great fighter. He's still at the top, but and he's right behind Peter Yan. So look at that. Like Peter Yan's right ahead of him here, 1903, and then Aldo's right behind him. Um, I don't know if I can see. Thumbs up. I see you there, James. Thumbs up. Appreciate the like. Like, comment, subscribe. Um, we're just doing some. We're doing like some MMA talk here. You know, the weigh-ins were earlier. Fights are tomorrow. Ceremonial weigh-ins are coming up here in about less than an hour, actually. So we're waiting for that. Gonna watch that. I'm still here. I'm still here playing. I've been playing poker this whole time. We're down, but I'm trying to still keep track of that while I'm talking to you guys. So what were you saying? You were saying beating Aldo 5 years ago. Well, I mean, I'm gonna assume here. I think Aldo's his ELO rating was higher, so I guess like anyone who did beat him 5 years ago, like the bump they got to their ELO rating kind of already has probably made its way through, like through the rating system, because your ELO rating is determined based off of like how does that work actually? See, I don't know as much as ELO does, but like I wonder how it aggregates it. It must have had. I don't know if it ran a giant. He ran a giant simulation. Because I know what he said is that every fighter starts with like a certain amount. I think that's what it is. It's like every fighter starts with a certain amount. This dude like started his own like simulation or something, dude, where it's like it's just run its course, and now we kind of are where we are now, where everyone's ELO ratings are in the present. So I suppose if you beat him way back when, you kind of got hang on here 370. The fuck's in the chat here? I mean, I suppose whoever beat him back then, they kind of got their come up for beating him. And I mean, even if you beat, dude, I mean, if you beat Aldo now, it's still like a win. It's still a big win. Everyone folded. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else I can say about that. I wonder how Elo figures in when you fought someone. Oh yeah, okay, that is what you're asking the same. Yeah, okay, when they fought him, who knows? If maybe we can get Elo in here, we could ask him. I don't know. I'm totally guessing, but I feel like he maybe ran a giant simulation where like at the start of their career, everyone had like a certain level ELO rating, like 1,000 or whatever he set it to, and then it just kind of goes, like okay, well, this guy beat that guy beat that guy, so his goes up this much, and then this guy beat all those guys, so his just keeps going up, and then this guy beat him, so his passes his right. Let me see if I can get him in here right now, actually, because I don't know if he's busy or if he's like at the gym. If he's at Glory, let me ask. I'll just call him. Is that me? All right, we're calling him. Hopefully, we don't get Xavier. I'm calling on the group chat here. We might get Xavier. We can get Xavier in here. He can tell us about ELO ratings if you want. Yeah, he's not answering. So, oh, neither of them are. He might be at the gym right now. This is like about the time that I think he's at the gym. But that would be, I would like to know that as well. Like, what's the genesis of the ELO rating system? Like, where did it kind of start? Oh, we got pocket fours. I felt it coming. We're gonna bet here. And this is just standard bet. When you want to bet about 2/3 pot, this is the rule. These are just like the poker law, you know. So you bet 2/3 of the pot. The pot is $1. 2/3 of $1 is 66. We made it 65. Pretty simple. This could be 60 cents. It could be 70. He called. Oh, I got a full house. I just realized. I'm hoping someone has a fucking 9. Raise me, dude. Let's go. No hearts. I want a heart. Give me a heart. I should have checked. So right here, bet a little smaller because we want him to call. So here's a little rule of poker: is like you bet small when you got a good hand. So then the other guy calls. Now I got four of a kind. All right. See, this is when poker gets really easy. When you get hands like this. If you get hands like this all the time, poker becomes very easy. This time I'm betting quarter pot. I think he's gonna fold. He might call here. I don't know what he's got. Yeah, he folded. He probably had hearts. Whatever. Um, some other time. Hey, it might be like fucking 5 minutes from now, dude. So I'm actually gonna sit out next time. I gotta take a piss real quick. I'll be in a minute. Um, but we'll see if we can get him in here right now, and if not, yeah, do it some other time. Maybe like Monday or Tuesday. I'm gonna be doing some some tape study, and Elo's always down for some tape study, so we'll get him in here then if you want to come back. One sec. Okay, back. Yeah, we might get him in here today still, so don't I don't know. We'll see. Next question. You said, do you regret your appearance on Ark's marathon stream? I don't know. I don't know if regret is the right word. I don't know what the right word would be. Um, I really think it was just I mean it was like a time when people were like trying to get Arkansas stream shut down or whatever. So I was just going on to stream to fuck around it. You might have even been there when it happened. I fucking went on and said kill, like, you know what I said, kill all the you know who's you know. Uh and I was doing it as like I had actually just gotten home from, this isn't an excuse or something. I had just gotten home from the casino from playing poker, and I was just parked in my car. Uh, and I saw Arkansas was live, so like, okay, let me just I was like, let me just go on the stream real quick and just like fuck with this guy. You know, it's like that's what didn't that what everyone would do? Everyone would just go onto his stream just to like fuck with him because it was funny. So I was kind of just gonna do that, and I was gonna do this whole like Trump supporter impression, like Trump 2020. I should have just let off with that instead of going straight to like Fed posting, right? I mean, I get it now, and I get why like Arkansas got upset. But I mean, he just fucking went like schizo with it, thinking that like oh, he just did that to like get me kicked off. He's one of the guys that's trying to like get me shut down by coming on and sabotaging me. And like that wasn't really the case. I was just going on there to like to mess with him. Um, but obviously I mean, he took it like the worst way, and maybe it was the worst time to like go in there and try to mess with him. And I mean, ever since then, he's had like this vendetta. I think it's an act. You know, I think part of it's an act. I think there was this day when I was like someone linked. I think Moyes linked his StreamYard on just randomly on Twitter, and I clicked it, and I ended up in his fucking backstage, and I didn't know whose fucking thing it was, but I saw it was his, so I immediately left, and he saw that it was me as well. I mean, I had my name on there, and he just like started flipping out again, you know. But then he's like, all right, well, let's hear what he's got to say in here. Let's just see what he's got to say. But then like after he says that, well, he says that, I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll go in there and just talk to this guy for a second. And then he starts going off again about how like, oh, this guy, if I find him, I'm gonna like I'll fucking bite. He started doing this whole thing, you know, where he's gonna like beat me up, which is first of all, it's not gonna happen. He wouldn't beat me up. I mean, that's just you know, that wouldn't happen. But it fucking triggered me, dude. It just really triggered me, and I just went into his I don't know if I back into I think I went back into it. I went back into his backstage and went to the private chat and just wrote. I was like, Arkansas, I'll go to. I might have wrote it in his chat, but I was like, Arkansas, I'll go. I was like, I'll go to Arkansas right now, dude. And just I mean, in a way, calling his bluff, but really just like clapping back at him, like, dude, this guy wants to like run his mouth saying he's gonna like hurt me or scratch or he'll bite. He's gonna like I took that very personally, dude. Like I'm not gonna let someone fucking I don't know, man. See, maybe I take it too seriously where I'm not gonna let anyone threaten me, but like I'm like, dude, someone's wanting to threaten like injury and like real harm on me. It's like, dude, I will fucking murder you, dude. I will like if he started biting me, like, dude, come on, what I would fucking kill. I would just kill you, dude. I would fucking pull out a weapon. I would pull out a fucking knife and start stabbing you if you fucking bit me. Like that's what would happen, you know. And it's like I'm not playing that little. I wasn't playing that game that day. But I just told him I was like Arkansas. I'll go over there right now, dude. I'll go over there right fucking now. And bam, he immediately. Please don't raise me. Called. Check it. That was I should have bet again. Um, yeah, I just let him trigger me, dude. Like I think the thing I realized with Arkansas is like you really just gotta not. I mean, it's the thing with everyone on the internet. You gotta like not take. I gotta like not take anybody seriously. You can't take these people seriously when they say these things because it's like nobody's gonna meet up. No one wants to fight. We've all been arguing and threatening each other for 2 or 3 years now, and it's like no one ever fights. No one ever meets up. I mean, me and Brandon K are like we're cool now. But, like, there was times where I was, like, telling Brandon like, I live about an hour away. I live outside of LA, so it's like if Brandon K wanted to fight, if he wanted to meet up, we could have fought a million times by now. We could have fought, right? So it's like he's another person that I would just take him too seriously, too literally, and just too personal, where he's talking about all this shit, you know, and I get insecure, like, "That's not true," you know, "Well, let's fucking do it right now then. Let's fucking go, dude." You know, instead of just like laughing these people off or what have you. Like I just take it seriously. I'm like, dude, let's fucking do it then, man. Like I'm not that far away from you. Let's fucking fight then, dude. Um, and then everyone tucks their tail and runs away. You know, like Brandon K never wanted to meet up. And I don't want to fight him, dude. Honestly, dude, I was telling that guy like, yo, let's go watch some fights. Let's go. Like Jimmy says he wants to go watch some fights. Jimmy lives nearby me. We all kind of live near each other. So I don't even really want to fight anyone. I don't want to have beef with anyone necessarily. Um, suck. But yeah, Arkansas was like the same thing where it's like I was like, well, let's fucking go, dude. I'll fucking go over to Arkansas, and then you know what he does immediately after I type that in? He like bans me, blocks me from the StreamYard chat, like just boots me out, and it's like part of that's on me, man, because he was like right at the spot where he's like, all right, well, let's fucking let's talk to this guy, let's hear him out, right? Let's fucking talk to this dude. And then he immediately says something where it just triggers me, and then now he doesn't want to like bring me in, and now he hates me again, you know. So it's like the guy's just keeping up appearances. He's just like playing his little act, and I'm not, I mean, yeah, it's easy to just say I don't like that shit and I'm not going to play that, and now he's got an enemy or what have you. It's really easy to think that way. I don't know, man. Arkansas is not so bad, dude. Like at the end of the day, dude, I mean, hey, the guy's, you got to give him credit where credit's due. He like runs the show. He does this thing, man. He's like, you know, dude. So it's like it's whatever, dude. I mean, at the end of it, dude, it's like I would it would be great to just be cool or even be welcome on the stream. But like, I don't know, dude. Me and Arkansas never had anything in common, man. I feel like we didn't really gel either. Like I would try to kind of hype him up maybe from the chat, you know, from like the safety of the chat. But then going in and like talking to him, it just didn't really. I don't know, man. I didn't really know how to like that, like play off of him that well. But in the words of the great Max Holloway, dude, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. And on the one end of things, man, I don't know if I'm really fully in like on like you guys kind of have your own thing. You guys are all like very into the um the gambling sphere, and I guess I am too, but just not on the same. I'm not on the same level as you guys in some ways. I'm just not on the same like swing of things, if any of that makes sense. So it's fine. You guys can do your thing, and it's all good. All right. So that's that. So I've covered Volkanovski versus Korean Zombie. I've covered Jihad versus Arkansas. Now, if Arkansas actually wants to fight me, we can fight. I'll fight, dude. I don't think he wants to fight me though. I think he just wants to hate me and have an enemy and have like this just this person to smear, and I don't know. He needs that guy like always needs to have an enemy, dude. It's just kind of where he's at. Um, yeah. It's easy to say mean things about people, you know. I don't want to say. I don't need to say anything mean about Arkansas. Um, okay. Well, aside from that, we also have another. There's other fights, right? Let's see. Well, that's UFC, Volkanovski. So Volkanovski wins. Volkanovski's gonna win. That'll like objectively and also just fully and literally be one of the biggest upsets of all time if Korean Zombie somehow won. What is he plus 500? I mean, I guess it wouldn't be that big. Six offsuit. One sec. I see your question there. Thumbs up. I'm getting no flops, man. I'm not hitting nothing on the flop. It's like 9-9 again. Gotta fold. So Hamza, am I on the Hamza train? Of course, man. Of course. How could you not? How could anyone not be? That's like so contrary. I mean, dude, with any fight, there's always gonna be. This is just mathematics. There's always gonna be someone who is gonna side with the guy who's totally not gonna win, right? Even when the guy has no chance or whatever, or the guy's just a giant dog. There's always gonna be a certain percentage of the population, that's gonna just pick the Eric Dorfmans, the Jack Attacks of the world. They're just gonna pick the guys that aren't gonna win, man. It's like these desperation plays. Like everyone does it. Um, and that's kind of what we're looking at here. I feel like, dude, like Hamza. I mean, dude, the hype is real, man. It's like people always talk about like I always hear this one. I like to use this too. It's like experience versus hype. Like experience is greater than hype, right? It's greater than hype. Experience is more valuable, and that's why I mean back in the day, dude, I picked Jorge Masvidal to knock out Darren Till because I felt like Darren Till was just getting hyped the fuck up, man. I mean, he didn't earn that title shot right before that when he fought Tyron Woodley. Um, I mean, Masvidal is like, I mean, it's easy to talk shit, but Masvidal's pretty good. I mean, he's getting older like year by year, but still. I got trip twos real quick. Let's fucking bet this, raise this, then we'll go back to. Has he got pocket nines? No, yeah, he's not pocket nines. All right, so he could have a two as well. We're going all in. Folded. All right. I know I'm not really talking through the poker thing that much, but I don't know. I think you guys have more of interest in the fighting side of things. Correct me if I'm wrong. Scooby Two. Uh, what a rush. Okay, yeah, the experience versus hype. It's like, I mean, here's the thing that they both got experience. I mean, Gilbert Burns, ADCC champion or bronze or something. What was Chael saying? Chael Sonnen. He's this jiu-jitsu black belt. He's got experience. He's got fight experience, striking experience. He's got the training. He's got this UFC career, right? So he's like legit. He's like a legit fighter. He's got experience. Um, but like Hamza has the privilege, dude, of not just having the hype that he obviously has at this point. It's like, dude, he's got more. Hamza's got more Instagram followers, and I'm sure a lot of them are like Muslim Russians that are like they're not as valuable, dollar for dollar to like American fans. But he's got like multiple millions of fans on Instagram, followers on Instagram. which does stand for something. You know, I mean, again, you could say they're fake or whatever. I don't know how many of them are fake or if they are, but like they got more followers. He's got more followers than UFC champions. He's got more followers than Peter Yan. He's got more followers than um than Volkanovski. Like the hype is real. The for the casuals, it's real. He's got a pretty undefeated, record, 11-0. That looks nice to casuals. So he's got all the hype, man. The guy is pushing pay-per-views. I mean, go if you went and watched the UFC countdown, like Hamzat's got the most views. You know, they split those up. They put one up with all of them together, but then they divide them. Go check that out on YouTube and see which one has the most followers. Or the most views. It's the Hamzat one versus Gilbert Burns. So it's like the guy's got all the hype, but he also has all the experience, man. I mean, you probably saw Brian Stan when he was talking to some like reporter girl, that girl at the Q&A, and he's talking about this guy. He's like, I don't know his name. This guy in Sweden who's just like mopping the floor with everyone. And turns out, I'm sure you already know, but turns out that it was fucking Hamza. You know, it was fucking Hamza. So the guy's been decimating people. I mean, that was 5 years ago. The guy's been just putting in the work the right way, man. You know, a lot of these guys, they come into MMA and they become great fighters and professionals through the process of fighting. It's like this guy was already great and a professional and on that level. This is like the new era of MMA, you know, where these guys come in complete. They come in as very good, and that's what you have with Hamzat, man. That's what you have there. It's like who who's knocking out Mearshart? Who's that one punch KOing Mearshart? Who's taking the leech down like that and just submitting him in one round? No one's doing it. And it's like people will excuse things. There's these fucking contrarians and detractors, dude, and like if fucking like Zaleski dos Santos, if Santiago Ponzinibbio, if who else fought him? Who else fought the leech? Um all these other guys that fought the leech, it's like if they could just take him down and choke him the fuck out and beat him in a round, or same thing with Mearshart. If people could just one punch KO Mearshart, they would fucking do it. But like it's a risk, it's a danger, and it takes a high level of skill really to be able to just put people out like that. You got to have high level wrestling, high level like a striking, you know. And Hamza did that a weight class up. You know, he went and fought Mearshart at 85. So it's like this is just like unprecedented shit that he's doing, man. Like don't let your eyes deceive you, or let them deceive you. Like what you're seeing is real shit, and it's like no shit that no one else is doing. He's fighting Reese McKee. I mean, okay, the guy's British, but he's one of the best. He's one of the best guys on the island, dude. He's one of the best guys in the UK at 170, and goes in there and puts him away like it's nothing, dude. You know, like this guy's like he's making it look too easy, man. It's just what it is. Uh, yeah, man. Yeah, he'll be Gilbert Burns. I mean, Burns has striking. He definitely has some good striking, but Hamza has great striking too. He has good striking too. He has very good stand up. Uh, Gilbert Burns has the jujitsu, but I mean, I've always been of the mind, man, that very like good jujitsu will always be. It can always be negated and canceled out against very good, very good wrestling. It's just the nature of the two disciplines. Like I've just seen it too many times. I've just seen it too many times where wrestlers, dude, NCAA wrestlers, NCAA wrestlers will go to jujitsu tournaments and they'll win on top pressure, man. They'll win on points. They're not gonna they don't know how to submit anyone, but their core and their frame and their build and all that is just strong enough where they can just it's good enough already where they can just avoid the submissions. You know, they can control the other guy. They can avoid getting swept. They're just gonna have the strength and the technique to to stop the jujitsu game. And it's I mean you see it in tournaments, man. If you go to like if you try to go compete in a tournament, they're gonna ask you like, do you have any wrestling experience? If you wrestled before, if you did like some college wrestling and you're a white belt in jujitsu, they're not gonna put you in the white belt division. They'll put you in the blue belt if you already have wrestling. You know, I mean, I guess you could lie, but if they know that you have wrestling or whatever, they'll put you against the blue belts right off the bat because you're basically a lot of these high level wrestlers, they're basically already blue belts just without knowing any submissions, you know, like, or maybe they do know some submissions, you know. Um, but I think that's where we're at here. Hamzat is just, damn it, I was gonna leave this table. Hamzat's just strong enough, dude, good enough, dude, capable enough where like he's not gonna get worked. I mean, that's not like you know, it's pretty obvious stuff. We're gonna call. We're gonna fold. Three kings. Very nice. Yeah, in case you can't tell, I guess I'll answer if I didn't already. Definitely on the Hamzat train. He he should already be fighting for the title because he's just that much better than everyone, and it's just obvious. Like this is just what's that phrase? Can't think of it right now. He's just I mean he's gonna fight Gilbert Burns and then like oh it's gonna happen, dude. Like Kamaru's gonna retire or what? He's retiring like Sunday morning. I mean, how's that gonna go? Right. What are we at, dude? We're down like we're down $5 here. Nothing crazy. Yeah, Hamza should win, dude. Despite having the lower elo, he's just so. I mean, dude, the guy's like just on a different level. What a rush, am I right? I get all just hot and bothered over here, man, talking about Hamza. I didn't even know I was this. I wasn't. I didn't realize I was this much on the train, dude, on the hype train. But dude, I'm the conductor of this fucking hype train, man. Yo, if you want to jump in here, man, I could let me know if you want to get in. I'll put the StreamYard up. If you want to come in here, we could just talk about our infatuation with this fucking check-in motherfucker, dude. So if you want to do that, check it, dude. Here's the stream. Let's try. I already linked it, but I don't think it worked. We'll try it a second time. That one work? Oh. Did I say you were? I definitely am. I mean, I didn't realize I was until like you asked, really. So I do appreciate that, Scoobs. I don't think this chat is going into. Do it this way. Is this working? No. You're working. Okay. All right. Yeah. For whatever reason, dude, I having some. I'm just gonna throw it on there, just to have it on there. Let's try it. Let's try it third time. All right. Now it should work. Yeah. All right. It's pinned on there. Okay. So yeah, man. What do you think? Tell me what you think. Where do you work at? Where are you working at, anyways? You can listen in and pull your phone out and type a little comment, but you can't conversate. Uh, uh, yeah, dude. Hamzat's pretty good. I can't be putting that. Relax, dude. No one. Tell me where you work. I'm gonna go to your work. Yeah. No, I get it. If you don't, I mean, that's probably the smart way to go. You don't want to tell people on these fucking psychopaths on the internet too much info about you, John. You really don't. They just use it against you. Get you canceled. Get you fired, dude. People, you really don't want to tell people where you work, man. Because if you piss the wrong person off, they'll fucking who knows what people do, man. Mullen on Hamzat. I think Uven's probably shaking in his knickers. uh, yeah, dude. It's like, I mean, he knows that's the biggest test. Like maybe even more so than Colby. Like Hamzat's, dude. I mean, come on, Hamzat. Does he have better wrestling than Colby? I'm just gonna say yeah, dude. I'm just gonna like go ahead and say I think he might, dude. I think he does. And he's got more power. He's got more striking, better boxing. Just, I mean, I don't know, better. Who knows? We haven't really seen him box, but like, no, man. All the things people say, like you're comfortable standing. He looks like he's like a legit mixed martial artist where he can grapple you, he can knock you out. Um, he's been putting in the work for half a decade with pro fighters. That's the thing with fighting is that it's not wrestling, it's not jujitsu, it's not kickboxing. We get kickboxers that come in and get owned. You look at Giga. We have wrestlers that come in and get knocked the fuck out. We have kickboxers. What's his name? The Russian guy, Slavaklaus, right? Like he comes in this crazy, very good kickboxer, very technical kickboxer, But then you have this, you're fighting an MMA fight. Guy just gets wrestled for 3 rounds. So fighting is a very it's the peak, of combat sports. Really, it really is. It's not just like promotion, but it just seems like Hamzat is very proficient in almost every facet. Really, what haven't we seen from him? Maybe the only thing we haven't seen is him going 5 rounds against a guy who doesn't just give up or just get finished right away. So it's an interesting case, man. Like the UFC's got their like Connor who, Connor who, dude. We got Hamza. We got Hamza. We're good. It's like the new guy. The new hotness, as the kids say. Yeah, so I'm not even gonna jump into any tables here right now. It's actually really hard to play poker while I'm talking all this stuff because you really got to give the poker game your fullest attention, and I'm definitely not doing that when I'm fucking talking fights and stuff. Wondering why my thumbnail isn't working now. That's kind of annoying me. The thumbnail's not like I got this sick Bruce Buffer thumbnail of him playing poker, dude. It's perfect, right? Because it's like MMA, but then it's like I was playing poker on this stream. Thought it was a cool little fusion there, but it's not popping up now. It's annoying me. Yeah, what else can you say? What else can you say, really? It's not much else besides. I guess I said I wasn't gonna jump in to poker, but I lied. Yeah, so we've been talking enough MMA here. I'm gonna try to like get a little. We're gonna talk a little bit of poker now. Are you still here, Scooby? Do you ever play poker? Have you ever played poker? Are you is there any intrigue? Any has it ever piqued your interest? Yeah, done that. We're good though. It's a beautiful game, man. It's very challenging. I'll just say it's very challenging, but it can be very rewarding. It can be a lot of fun. You can even make money from it playing professionally if you really take it seriously and take the time to learn how to play. Uh, Bastard! I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, it's a game that takes a lot of. What's the right word? Composure. Definitely, you definitely got to. It's a change of gear, a change of speed from this fanatical. Um, oh, pocket jacks. Fanatical Hamzat propaganda, you know. I think I should call here. Pretty sure I'm supposed to call this. Almost. All right. This guy. So right now we're just trying to bust COVID 420 over here. That's the plan. So you're at work right now? Are you like just listening or are you watching too? We'll screen that bad boy for you. Oh man, this guy got busted out already. All right, well, I'll do it then. And somewhere else to play. And plus he doesn't want to play against me. What a bitch. What a bitch. Yeah, keep running, pal. This is kind of what happens though. Like when you start targeting guys, it's like they know that you're targeting them. All right, he wants to play. Let's fucking dance, pal. So right here, these plays that I make, I'm not really explaining them, but this is what you should be doing in these spots. I guess not. I'm not even explaining why. That's fine, I guess, for now. Call. Hold. All right, so welcome to viewers. I don't know if one of you is Scooby Doo still as well, or whoever else is here. We're doing a little poker, little poker how to, little let's play, little watch along here. We got pocket 10, or we got 10, queen 10 suited. We got a flush draw on the board, as you guys can see here. If you know what a flush is, it's four of the same suit. This is just standard play here. These motherfuckers, I check to them. We're check raising them is what it's called. Trying to get there, didn't get there on that hand. We're actually open ended, and and we got there. So right here, I can either check or just bet. I think I should be betting though, because I don't want these guys to just check it through, and I don't have a shot to pull out some extra equity out of them. So this guy raises me. We're going all in, or we're calling all in. You know, we're committed. We're committed here, and they sold it. All right, good for us. Would have been better if they called, I suppose. If we ended up winning there, I mean, they folded, we won. All great. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Um, we're doing some poker, little play, little watch along. I think the ceremonial weigh-ins are like about to start, aren't they? My internet connection is looking super weak. Can you guys let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me okay? If you're hearing me good right now, just I see two people. Somebody mind? I guess I could just check. I'll just check on my phone here. And it looks like the ceremonial weigh-ins are going to start in about 5 minutes or something. So let's see if I can hear myself really quick. They already start? Oh, they're about to start. Let's see if I can hear myself real quick. Okay, we're good on the audio. So who's this one viewer then? Is it you, Xavier? It's got to be Xavier, right? Maybe Elo. Probably not either of them. Guess we'll just leave it here for now. I don't want to keep. I don't want to stick around here and then not watch the fucking weigh-ins because I'm fucking stuck on the poker table. I've been just chugging water all day though, so I'm just pissing a bunch. So just give me a minute again here. All right, looks like they're starting. Can I broadcast the fucking? Will I get copyright? I don't know. Oh, you missed weight? No shit. Yeah, interesting that Arce misses weight, man, because it's actually a disadvantage to miss weight. If you look at the stats, fighters that miss weight usually lose their fights. But this one's actually canceled out because the other guy, it's his first fight in the UFC, and fighters who like they fight in front of the big crowd for the first time, their first UFC fight, they usually lose. So I guess that kind of cancels out, somewhat. I got Arce though. I got Osprey. How's this it? I think he wins. Next fight, I think this girl too. It's her first fight. The first UFC fight. So I don't. I think Kay Hansen wins it. Apparently she's a blue belt. The other girl's a blue belt. Kay Hansen's like a 10th planet black belt. So I mean, do the math. You know, she could sub her pretty well round one or round two. Next fight, Jared Bandera versus Olynyk. I think Olynyk is just too old and chinny, and Bandera is just going to be too big. He's going to have like 30 pounds on him, and and it's like he has some of it's fat, okay, but it's still 30 pounds. It's like they're not even really the same weight class in a way. I know this guy's gotten sub before, and Olynyk is just a submission artist, right? It's like his thing. So I could very well just sub Bandera or Ela thinks decision. Maybe it could be a decision one way or the other. I think who knows, man. It can go either way. But on Tapology, I'm picking Bandera KO because he's bigger and younger. Interesting thing to note though is like being older at heavy. Olynyk very much. If we're just looking at that probability statistics and shit, you know. Next fight is Mickey Gall and Mike. Is it Mike Malot or is it Mike Mallet? I think it's Malot because he's like Canadian French. I got Malot. I'm gonna call him Malot, but I got Let's see how they said it. Malat. Okay. Apparently it's Malat. Yeah, I think Malat. I think Mickey Gall is one of the worst. One of the worst. I mean, just we could just say welterweights in the UFC. I mean, objectively, dude. I mean, he okay. Like, I got all the respect in the world for Diego Sanchez, and even with Diego Sanchez, like I always thought, like all these guys are pretty good. You know, Sanchez used to be one of the best. He beat Nick Diaz, which is a big deal, I think. So he's like highly skilled, even though he's old. But like he still lost to, or he still beat Mickey Gall. Like Mickey Gall still lost to that guy. Like I'm a fan of Mike Perry. He lost to Mike. I mean, I wouldn't even call Mike Perry one of the worst necessarily. But he lost to Mike Perry. He was doing okay. He ended up losing. I don't think. I mean, Mickey Gall is. He kind of sucks. So I think I don't know. I just think he loses. Whatever. Aspen Ladd and Raquel Pennington. I don't know about this fight, dude. I mean, I remember. I mean, Pennington's got good wrestling, right? She's got good wrestling, I think. Good like clinch work, which is great in a women's fight. Women's fights have a lot more grappling on average than men's fights, so that's going to help out a grappler that's a female a lot. And Aspen Ladd lost to Norma Dumont. I mean, what else needs to be said? I could just cut that one right there. Aspen Ladd seems like maybe she doesn't take fighting as seriously as like other fighters do, other female or other women, other male fighters. Um, and maybe like the pressure gets to her, dude. I feel like the pressure really gets to her, and she looks fucking like nervous out there sometimes on her fights. And this is gonna be a fight in front of a crowd. It's a pretty big card. It's Florida. Not really no home court advantage whatsoever. Not even like California. She's from like Oregon or whatever, right? I think Pennington just has the edge here from a lot of different angles. And she's the favorite. Pennington's the favorite. Hernandez versus Fremd, another one. Josh Fremd, it's his first fight, I believe. I think and here's the thing, I think he loses, and I'm using that kind of as reasoning. But the thing that I think is easy to make a mistake of, and I could very well be doing it right now, is like just because fighters are having their first fight, you don't always lose your first fight. Some guys do win. It's something like 30 or 40%. win their first UFC fight, so you can still win. So it's important to not just okay, it's his first fight, he's gonna lose. You know, it's kind of important not to do that. I feel like you kind of. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, you kind of just gotta pick the guy you think is gonna win. I think Hernandez is no. I'm not 100% on this one or anything. But Hernandez, he's a tough guy. He can grapple. And I mean, he's way smaller. If you're watching these fucking face-offs, he's so much shorter. Damn, which is a disadvantage for the short guys. So this is good. This could be a spot where the first time fighter, the first time UFC guy ends up winning. You know, despite probability, it's like he has the edge in height, which the taller fighter usually wins. I think he's got longer reach. Longer reach usually wins. Go either way. Go either way. Now we got Darian Weeks, Ian Gary. Darian Weeks coming up to weigh in. Ian Gary got fucking clobbered against Jordan Williams. So Jordan Williams is sort of like underrated, maybe. He was fighting at what 185. He's kind of small and he has like diabetes or whatever. But he knocked out Gregory Rodriguez, which is a big deal, I think. Now that was that 185? It was, man. That was at 185. And so he's like a pretty large 170er, I suppose. Fucking clobbered Ian Gary, man. A lot of these British guys, man, they don't have the best defense. Like these, like they're like their kryptonite is straight punches or something. I think Ian Gary wins. By the way, next is Marco Madsen versus Pichelle, Vince Pichelle. Pichelle's actually like from my county, actually, man. I don't know if I should be like pulling a prediction guru and rooting for him just because like he's lived here or something. I think he's got skills. I watched a few of his fights, his last two fights, and Vince Pichelle's got like skills, dude. He's a fucking junkyard dog, man. Like no troll, dude. Like he's pretty good, man. He's got good striking, good wrestling. I mean, okay grappling, but he's just like a very that classic, just vintage MMA fighter. You know, he's kind of old school, dude. Just that old school, just a fighter. So it's a test for for Marco Madsen, dude. It's definitely a challenge. I think Vince Pichelle, he's gonna have a little bit higher striking skill level than pretty much most other guys that Madsen has fought. Like pretty much every fighter. I think this might be the best striker he's faced in the UFC. But it's a give and take. So it's like what he's got in advantage in striking, he's got a very big disadvantage in the grappling. If you watched a few, I forgot who it was that Pichelle fought, but he's getting kind of wrecked in the grappling a little bit. Like he kind of hold his own, but like he had a clear disadvantage, and it was against the guy that Madsen just fought. Right, one of his last fights was the same guy, I think. So like a little bit of MMA math there, but like pretty sure Madsen will have his way with him if he can get it to the ground. He could end up finishing him or just winning a very dominant decision. So I could see either guy winning. I got Marco Madsen, but like Pichelle could win this shit. Man. It's a fucking fight. Kamaru with a fight, right? Anyways, Tisha Torres, Mackenzie Dern next. We'll keep this one sweet and short, just like the two of these ladies. I got Tisha Torres. I think she's just like made of muscle, dude. She's like a takedown defend with legs. You know what I mean? To quote Xavier there, she's takedown defense with legs. So like she's not gonna get taken down by Dern. Mackenzie Dern has bad takedown. She's a jiu-jitsu girl. Uh, I mean, Tisha's one of the best in the division, man. She's top 5 for sure. Top 5 in that division, and just strong, dude. She's a vet. I think she's gonna win pretty easily. Probably by decision. Hamzat, Hamzat Chimaev. I think we've said enough about this fight. Let's see how much bigger. I can't pull this up, but if you're watching it, or you can rewatch it. Hamzat's definitely the bigger guy. No face off though. They didn't even face off because they were like they had to split them up. Yeah, dude, I'm a huge Peter Yan stan, really. I mean, there was a point where I was like pretty sure that he was like pound for pound number 1. That might still be true. I mean, we got Hamzat now. We got like Kamaru and stuff, you know. But the guy's just got all the skills, dude. He's got the trips, he's got the wrestling, he's got the jiu-jitsu, submission game. If he needs it, I think he can submit people, right? He's got the ground and pound. He's got the stand up Muay Thai striking. Pretty much got everything, you know. The only thing Aljo's got on him is maybe he does have better wrestling, better offensive wrestling relative to Peter Yan's defensive wrestling. And he's got like a lot of speed, you know, he can turn the corner on people really quickly, take their backs, so it's like very good, man, very high output. But dude, I'm a simp. Dude, I'm a Peter Yan simp. Like I don't think anyone beats Peter Yan, man. He's on that level. He's probably got the best chance out of like these big favorites like Hamzat and everybody. I think Aljo's got the best chance of winning, but I don't think he does. I think it's gonna be Peter Yan. I mean, he was gonna win the other fight. You know, let's not get anyone who thinks that like he wasn't gonna win is just they're liars. They're fucking liars. You know, they're lying to themselves. They're lying to you. Peter Yan was coasting to just either a late finish or a pretty solid decision win. You know, had a decent fight against Corey Sandhagen. I feel like Corey Sandhagen put up a good fight, but basically, I mean, that was a title defense. You know, whatever. It was for the interim. But it'd be, I mean, Aljamain, best of luck, I suppose. Fierce. Dude, one thing though, Peter Yan, dude, he has the reach disadvantage of about 4 inches, which is a large amount in a striking battle. It's a large amount of these lower level guys who are very highly skilled. He's doomed. He said he's doomed. He's doomed. All right. Oh, they're booing him. Dude, I used to not like Aljo. I don't know why. You know why? No, I don't even know why, dude. But he's winning me over.
지금까지 여기서 15년 동안 이 바닥에 있었어요. 네, 내일 바로 이것을 보상받을 시간이라고 생각합니다. We've been waiting the last 10 years to fight for another world title, and tomorrow's the day. Good luck to you, sir. We will see you tomorrow night. Chan Sung Jung, the Korean Zombie. I'm here with the champ. The undisputed featherweight champion of the world, ladies and gentlemen, gets to defend his title tomorrow night, sir. Give us your thoughts on what it means to fight the Korean Zombie, how you feel about him as an opponent, and what tomorrow means to you. Jacksonville, fire up! Hey, we putting it on. We're going to fucking war, and you're going to see fucking greatness. Let's go! The champ, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming out to the weigh-ins. We will see you all tomorrow night.
All right, there it is. We're fucking primed for tomorrow, boys. I am fucking I am torqued right now, dude. Full mast, full erection. I'm fucking hard right now. Oh, they cut it quick. Dude, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, just start eating mushrooms the second I wake up, so I'm just peaking by the time the card starts, man, and just continue to eat mushrooms throughout the night, man. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be good. All right, well, I'm gonna cut it there. I got some things to go take care, of. I gotta go do some stuff, so I might go back. I might come back on later if anyone wants to chill, talk some fights. I'm probably gonna be playing some poker. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Till next time.